Are you feeling like a fraud? Do you constantly doubt your own abilities and fear of being exposed as an imposter? If so, you may be struggling with imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where individuals, they doubt their accomplishments and have an internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud despite evidence of their competence. So in this video, we will explore the signs and impact of imposter syndrome and actionable strategies on how you can overcome it. Imposter syndrome can manifest in different ways, and some common signs are discounting achievements and attributing success to luck or external factors. Feeling inadequate despite of evidence of competence and qualifications. Next is fear of being exposed as a fraud and reluctance to share ideas or opinions. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my story of how I always had this particular problem and I struggled with it all my life. And the one incident that I can really remember very, very clearly is when I got the chance to interview 𝗖𝗍 𝗵𝗵, who is a global celebrity and he is a spiritual leader. He runs the organization, The Art of Living. When I got the chance to interview him, my imposter syndrome was on the roof. And the day that I went in to his hotel to actually interview him, all his volunteers were right there asking me a lot of questions. And I represented a TV channel, which was our local TV channel here in the Bay Area. It was Comcast TV, and my job was to basically host a show. And when I went in there, my mind was racing with like 10,000 thoughts telling me, Dimple, you cannot do this. Dimple, you struggle in talking. Dimple, you are, you stutter, because I used to stutter when I was growing up. And then a lot of other things like, who do you think you are that you are going in there as a host, as a TV host, to actually interview this global celebrity? Like, he's way up here and I'm like right here. And I felt so small. But this is what I did. When I went in there at I remember it was Hilton Hotel in a penthouse. When I went in there and I was sitting on his sofa and he was right next to me and he just literally came out. First of all, I waited for so long to get this interview. The time that was supposed to happen, that didn't happen. But when he came in to literally, he sat on the sofa, he put on his mic, and then he just sat there with his grace. And I'm like, whoa, man, he is super calm. No wonder a spiritual leader. But guess what I did? I was just having all these crazy thoughts and struggling with it, and then finally getting the interview. When I was in that moment, I told myself, Dimple, you're worth it. Dimple, you're a great speaker. Dimple, you are a TV host. Dimple, you got this. You can do this. Just go ahead and ask him the questions that you prepared months for. And I went in with that attitude and I killed it. And right now, and that interview went viral back in the days, went viral on Comcast TV. It went all over the world, and and I also have it on YouTube somewhere. But all I'm trying to say is something that imposter syndrome can literally cause us to feel so small, and we don't have to live like that, all right? So if you are struggling with imposter syndrome, here is what I want you to do. I want you to start owning who you truly are. I want you to change that thought right in that moment that you're feeling small and you really have to go ahead and give that presentation, or you really have to go on that date with this gorgeous guy, or whatever it is, right? Whatever your mind is telling you in that moment, I want you to say the opposite. I want you to say the opposite and count all of your previous successes that you had up till that moment, so that you can perform in that moment, whatever activity you are planning to do, so that you can actually go in with your powerful self. Because, to be honest, if we struggle with imposter syndrome and we let those thoughts simply take over us like demons, we are not doing justice to ourselves. We are not doing justice to our purpose. So if you feel that you have this struggle constantly and you constantly, struggle with this particular problem, I want you to get in touch with me and my team so that, let's sit down, let's deep dive into what's going on and how you feel, and I'll be happy to support you. Overcoming imposter syndrome requires self-reflection and a shift in your mindset. And here are some of the strategies that's going to help you combat it. First, practice self-compassion and acknowledge that everyone experiences self-doubt at times. Number 2, to seek support from a mentor or coach who can provide you guidance and help you gain perspective. Number 3, challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations and realistic self-appraisal. Number 4, celebrate your achievements and recognize that you are worth it and your capabilities. Remember, overcoming imposter syndrome is a journey. It will take time and effort to rewire your thinking patterns, and you are not alone in this struggle, trust me. Just by understanding and addressing imposter syndrome, you can actually regain your confidence, embrace your achievements, and reach your full potential. And you know what? I have this beautiful story in my head. I remember this girl named Dana who worked as a lead in our company, struggling with the way she looks, always questioning if her work is appreciated by her company or not. And today she's managing a team of associates under her after we work together. This could be happening to you. Too many people are suffering in silence, and you don't have to be that person. So reach out, connect, and let's personally dive into what's really going on with you so that we can remove the blockage. We can remove the things that are holding you back. And you really will move powerfully in the direction of your dreams and your purpose. Metamorphosis, not medication. Namaste.